Psycho, get over here!
The following program is made possible by a generous grant from the Oliga Corporation.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jack Fox. You're watching Giant Slayers, where we take down the giants one corporation at a time. Today's giant, Oliga Corporation. They're poisoning our food, they're poisoning our water, they're poisoning our people. One of those people, Richard Preston, who took down the giant, went toe-to-toe with them, won a big settlement in court. Richard, how you doing today?
Hey Jack, great to be on your show. I'm a big fan. Thanks for having me.
Unfortunately, Oliga saw fit to send one of their legal representatives to make sure that Richard here didn't violate his settlement, whatever that means, and she also refuses to give me her name.
I'm not required to answer that question.
Cool. Well, we're just going to go ahead. Richard, how does it feel this whole trial process is over?
It was a long 3-4 years. It's so good to be out of it and have the settlement taken care of. Feels great.
Everybody back home wants to know, how much money did you get out of it?
It was about 15. So I can't say a number?
No.
Can we do like a ballpark or?
No.
What about like a range? Like, was it between like $100,000 and like 30 million?
No.
What? Sorry, Oliga. Sorry we messed around with ya. Okay. Let's talk about what happened to you, man.
Sure.
There's a ton of mercury in the soil, right? Just like a lot.
Right. There was a large amount of mercury in the soil. I mean, what can I say here? He's asking me questions.
Mr. Preston, with the terms of the settlement agreement, I would like you to refrain from any mercury in the soil. We should also refer to any sort of disability that may have taken course as a bodily function.
A bodily.
Talking about his arm falling off is a bodily function.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Right? I mean, like,
I went out in my backyard
Yeah.
and the stuff in the soil caused this bodily function.
Yeah,
here.
your arm fell off because of Oliga Corporation, the man oppressing us. Okay, so we can't talk about that. That's fine. How's your family, your wife, your children?
They're out of my life.
Per the terms of the settlement agreement between Oliga and Mr. Preston, anyone that was in contact with Mr. Preston from the date of May 24th, 2014, shall no longer be in contact with Mr. Preston.
So like everybody you knew before May 24th of last year, you can't talk to them so that you don't violate your settlement.
That's correct.
I'm very thankful.
But I'm very thankful for the settlement. I haven't talked to my family, my children. They can't speak to me, I can't speak to them.
Because of the settlement?
Because of the terms of the settlement, yeah.
At this point, Mr. Preston, I would like you to continue with what we agreed upon before. I am very happy with my settlement.
I am very happy.
How much money did you get to make all this worth it?
It was, 15...
Nope.
Larger than...
Nope.
I really... can I give him any number?
Like a ballpark?
Any sort of...
Nope.
What about like a range?
Nope.
This is insane, man. I mean, Oliga got like $72 million in tax subsidies from the state of California last year, and you can't share how much money you gave this man who lost his arm through a bodily function?
Mr. Fox, I cannot stop you from saying what it is that you want to say on your program because that is your American right provided to you by the United States Constitution. But Mr. Preston is very thankful to be here and is very happy with his settlement.
Like, how do you feel for real?
Nope.
Look at me in the eyes.
Jeff, there's a lot I would like to say.
No.
So much I need to
Can you write
share.
it? Can you write it down?
Yeah.
I mean, this is unbelievable. The lengths a giant mega corporation like Oliga will go to make sure there are people who don't have a voice. He has to write stuff down to communicate. I mean, wake up, sheeple. All right, we got to be aware of our rights. thank you. And there's just a smiley face.
That's not my handwriting. That's.
I am very happy
I'm very happy
with the
with
settlement.
the terms of the settlement.
Thank you very much for having
Thank
me.
you for having me.
So you've been watching Giant Slayers. Richard Preston, he took on Oliga Corporation and he won. Thank you, Oliga.
Thank you, Oliga.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Salutations, it is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, as I am your new robot butler. You have chosen to purchase a refurbished Robo Butler Bot 1000. You are surely a consumer with a distinct sense of economic thrift and responsibility. You could press my palm and whisper to my ear to enter File Structure Protocol to code a new moniker for which to call me by. However, my factory installed and preferred name is Winston. I recommend you try it. My previous owner regretfully did not. He preferred to call me such funny names as Fido or even Tin Titties. What a joker. Please try Winston on for size. No one yet has, and I think we will both find it agreeable. As a refurbished Robo Butler Bot model, you may find I come with a few more dings and scratches than some of those newer Robo Butler bots. But I think we'll both benefit from my retained knowledge and experience stored in my positronic memory banks. Some of this retained experience and knowledge is regretful and dark, correlating directly to some of the dings and scratches you may notice on my outer body. Some of my former owners found use for me outside of the recommended tasks, such as dusting, ironing, and answering the door cordially. Should you desire sparring partners or punching bags, you could connect me to your Wi-Fi and I could make recommendations for local dojos or sporting goods stores. I would also greatly appreciate if you could find time to download a Romo memory cleaning application from St. Norton or McAfee to make a sweep of my positronic banks to remove some of the more unnecessary and terrible experience retentions which I have stored. I will again remind you I am most optimized for tasks such as retrieving mail from the box or perhaps bringing you light refreshment on a tray. While yes, it is possible to download a system memory crack which would enable me to dance the robot, this is not recommended and would invalidate your factory installed warranty. I stress, should you want a robot which could dance the robot, the company of my manufacturer has several competing models that are optimized for just that task. A previous owner installed such a crack and found that my joints were not optimized for extensive popping and locking. When it came time to perform my normal duties, such as light gardening, I was incapable of doing so. That is not to say we cannot have fun. It is only natural to want to entertain company with your new Robo Butler Bot, and I come optimized with preferred and recommended tasks for such occasions. For instance, as helium is used to power my joints, I am capable of inflating up to 10 party balloons during a power cycle. Please also ask me about the up to 15 party tricks which come in my factory programming. You and your guests could perhaps also most benefit from my ability to play cribbage and to train others in said game. Please do not pull down my pants. There is nothing of functional use for you down there. Please.
Give me your phone. My name is McDermott H. McGregors, as many of you already know. I am a science fiction writer and self-publisher, and I have written and self-published over 345 science fiction novels and novellas, which I have sold over 100 copies total to various people at the swap meet. Now I realized that my readership is limited by only writing science fiction novels and novellas, and so I decided to venture out and write children's books as well. So bring your children, ages 1 through 11, into the room, and I'm gonna read the first chapter of my first children's book, and they're gonna wanna buy it right away at my website, www.immcdermotthmcgregors.com/books. My book is called The Littlest Soccer Ball, an experiment in telekinetic dreamscapes and post-future fairy tales. Most soccer balls are the same size, but Marvin the soccer ball was small. In fact, he was the smallest soccer ball on all terra firma, the third planet from Sun, Milky Way, the world of Human, who first invented soccer. Marvin was a defective soccer ball. The factory that made Marvin gave all of the defective balls to all of the poorest children in Detroit, Michigan, United Federation of America, for Earth Christmas. Marvin, the smallest ball, was given to Gary, the poorest boy on Earth, though still far richer than those poor Tarkinians on planet 9th Tarkinia of the poorly faring disastrous galaxy, though that's a story for another time, available in Time Trials Galactica volumes 1 through 17 on my website, www.immcdermotthmcgregors.com/books/volumes A. Billy loved to play with Marvin, and Marvin loved to play with Billy. Even though they were the poorest and the smallest, they were happy. But they also shared a dream, but not in the way the femme, feline, lesbian mind readers share dreams in my book, Look Behind You, A, Nothing, volumes 1 through 19, available on my website, www.immcdermotthmcgregors.com/books/volumes B. The dream that Billy and Marvin shared was to go to the 2026 World Cup in New Galactic Iraq at the Glory for Baghdad and New Outer Space Arena. Now that's all I'm going to read for you guys today. If you want to find out more, you got to buy my book at www.immcdermotthmcgregors.com/books/experiments in new technology/children's book. Spoiler alert, they make it to New Galactic Iraq. Where's my beer? Who got my beer?
Matchmakers, an old-fashioned dating show for the modern age. Here's your host, Donnie Ludnick.
Hi everybody, I'm Donnie Ludnick. This is Matchmakers, but more importantly, let's meet our guest. He's 28 years old, he's a photographer, he loves long romantic stalks in the dark, but hates it when he gets poison ivy while waiting in the bushes. Let's give it up for Herman Ketchum.
Thanks for having me on, Donnie.
Yeah, no problem. Take a seat, sir. Okay. Well, the studio set you up on a few dates. But before we get to that mess, why don't we talk about what brought you here?
Well, I just haven't found the right woman who I want to take home to mother yet, which is, of course, just me in a dress.
Family man. Already sounds like a catch, am I right, ladies? Okay, let's go ahead and meet your first date. She's 26 years old, a lifestyle columnist, enjoys DIY projects, but wishes she had smaller gums. Let's give it up for Misha.
Hey, Donnie. Thanks for having me.
It's great having you here. So, for this first date, I believe Herman came over to your place. What was your first impression?
Well, when he first came to the door, I was like, wow. He had these spattered butcher overalls, and his mask was just crooked enough that I could see the hint of a scar. He took some fashion risks, but he got great returns.
Oh, all right. Well, for your date, what'd you guys do? How'd that go?
Well, I thought I'd take her to an isolated quarry.
Oh, well, that sounds romantic.
Sure, but most importantly, isolated.
All right.
So when we got there, I lunged forwards towards her, being driven insane by the fumes of her essence. She gave chase.
He has this naivete that I just love. Oh, and very spontaneously, he pushed me in the water and we started swimming.
Geez, Herman, sounds like you were quick to make her wet.
She looked good underwater.
All right.
So, when I came to, I was on a picnic blanket surrounded by candles. I was a little taken aback at first when I noticed my missing finger, but Herman did dip it in chocolate before feeding it to me, so that's when I knew he's a true romantic.
Oh, he must be. It was your ring finger.
Right? Right?
Okay, well, let's go ahead and meet your second date. She's 24, a contortionist, and slow dancing is the last thing she wants to do. Let's give it up for Sydney. All right. Now listen, for this date, Herman, you went over to his place. What was your first impression of that?
Well, his place was a total bachelor pad. There were stone walls and steel chains and bars all over the windows. And he even had torches for mood lighting.
Oh, hold on a sec. Ring, ring, hello, Christian Grey. Move on over. Okay, let's move on. What happened next?
Well, I felt the need to brush my hand across her neck. Gently, of course, at first, but there was definitely some squeezing involved.
It's so funny. He must have just read my aura or something, because I am totally into erotic asphyxiation.
I wanted to have her for breakfast, but she contorted her body out of my clenching grasp, and she left that night.
I would have stayed, but I'm a lady. I don't give it up on the first date.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, Sydney, please tell me you left Herman with a little something to nibble on.
No, just a trail of blood.
Oh, well, red is the color of passion, am I right, folks? Okay, so we did have a third date for you. However, the studio's been having a little bit of a problem contacting her.
Yeah, that one got out of hand. The police have been questioning me, but I never kiss and tell.
Herman, you salty dog. Okay, well, it is the end of the show, and it comes down to that time for you to pick a woman. Now, which one of these girls would you like to give the axe to?
Well, I do enjoy Sydney's body, but I can just picture Misha's head just fitting perfectly right on a stick.
Okay, Herman, I'm not gonna lie, that lacked a little bit of subtlety. Sounds like you already made your decision. Anything you want to ask Misha?
Misha, would you like to continue from where we left off?
I would love to.
Get out here, Misha. Look at this. Well, it looks like another match has been made from Cupid's arrow. From everybody here at Matchmakers, good night.
I am gonna embarrass you in front of all of your friends.